হ্যালো এভরিওয়ান। আপনারা সবাই কেমন আছেন? আশা করি অনেক অনেক ভালো আছেন এবং সুস্থ আছেন। আপনারা কি সবাই আমায় দেখছেন কিনা আমি আসলে জানি না। So if you can see me, I hope you can see me. I have no idea if you can see me or not. Okay. Probably I'm on live, so I have no idea if I'm on live or not. Okay, so I'll just go into some situation which is new class Java. Okay. Guys, can you see me properly? I don't know if you can see me properly or not. Hmm. Oh shit. Did I do anything wrong here? No problem. Is it recording? It's still streaming. Yes. So actually, I'm pretty much new with OBS live setting system situation. So for that, I'm so sorry about that. So this is my first live on making Java programming or programming with Java. So public static void main. This is actually the main function inside where I'm supposed to do any kind of printing. For example, welcome to the Java class. Okay, so this is basically the Java, and I control and save and run this channel, run this file. So it printed me the welcome to the Java class. so so let's move on into a different path or criteria. So basically, this is the section where you can create the graph and application and develop. And if you just go with the multiple line, then you can also do within multi lines like this. Okay, so basically you can do multiple ways, whatever. So here, okay, so these are so many multiple lines, so you actually do multi lines. Okay. Import java util dot scanner. So I'm gonna do with some scanning uh, method which will allow me to do the uh, input output system actually, so that you can see actually what is really going on. Okay, this is not this is not a correct idea. You basically do until this because you do not need much spaces over here. So I hope you can see on this part, which is I'm basically here most probably, or can actually make it smaller because I don't think my part is more important than you can see most of this part. Okay, this is the way you can, oh, you cannot see beyond this part actually. So this is the graph. This is actually the boundary. You cannot go beyond this boundary. So I'm okay with this boundary actually. I hope you can see this as well. Okay, so okay, scanner is equal to, okay, scanner, you name it SC is equal to new scanner. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so new scanner uh, system there. Uh, so it would be system dot in. Okay, so you just, this is actually the package, scanning package. So it will scan the input output system. So you just name it, enter the value or name or anything, number. Okay, so this is basically you asking like in C++, you just go with the C out, enter name or something like that. So on C++, C in, so here you just do SC is equal to, or not SC, sorry, uh, the name. So if it is string name, this is actually so many calls coming up. Sorry about that. I'm just turning it off for now. I'm turning my phone switched off. Equal to SC dot, uh, if it is next line, something like this, and dot trim. You can do the trim as well if you want to. Okay, so this is the name actually. So now this is actually the name. Name. So you have a lot of, basically, listen, I'm actually making a name list. So name list of a class or name list of a company. For example, you just named not the Java class, you just named welcome to the, for example, corporate bank. Okay, so this is a banking system or banking database basically. So I'm just giving you some value number name. If it is a number value name, it doesn't matter. Okay, so string should be the name of a list or something. So this is the name. If name dot, uh, so if it is basically the string, another string which is basically equals, ignore, case, these are the patterns, these are the types, what types you want. Okay, so these are the types. Oh, names to string, you can do to string also, to string, um, JSON, or to string, not to string actually, sorry about that, name dot is blank. If it is blank, then Okay, let's try with the is blank. Name dot is empty is blank, so is empty. Then name plus is empty. Okay, uh, undefined. So you basically named it the name without any system into the system. So basically, which is empty. Okay. Um, okay. Else if, which is more likely with so many other uh, things, which is um, another string, which is basically equals ignore case like uppercase and lowercase. You don't have to do this. So ignore means you can try with any kind of things like JSON. Then you just go for system out print line. Name is a director of uh, the bank. Okay, so you basically did that for the specification. Okay, for that int ID, so you can again ask um, for example, you did actually the names for that particular person, and then you ask for the ID, and sc is equal to uh, not sc. Uh, can you enter ID four cases? For not four cases, uh, uh, four numbers with uh, start start zero, starting with zero. ठीक है sir? Okay, so if it is uh, number int id, so you already indentation is done, so you just do id is equal to sc dot next int means next into that integer. Okay, so if id equals uh 0 2 3 5, json is in. Okay, uh, name id is, then you just do for id. Okay, so this is his id basically, and you just basically made him his id 0235. Else, so else you just go with this curly bracket, so undefined, or probably id is not correct in the system, probably not is not correct, is not in the system. Okay, so this is basically for the any kind of things. If else, and you just go for json, so you basically created a file for json, so json has all this capability to get into the system. So you basically have that json specification, then you just do the current file and run this specification now. So enter a value, name, number, anything. So did you actually code for what kind of things? value, name, number, and whatever. So actually, you cannot really pass without name first. So it has to be only the name. So you basically verify, enter the value, enter the name actually. Because whenever you just go with any system or any people, any system or anybody, so let me close this, then they will be asking your name first, actually, not anything else. Enter the name, which is Jason. Jason is the director of the bank, and Jason actually is the he actually, so system actually gave you this answer. So can you enter the ID, four letters, numbers starting with zero? So 0235, for example. So it says 0235 is not in the system. Okay, because the ID actually I gave 0235 or 235 is not in the system. So it cannot be starting with a zero. So Java actually cannot recognize which has the identification is basically a zero. So I have to fix the ID number. So actually 235. So if I just save it and run this again, so actually uh, try with any other name. Jack, probably. Jack doesn't really say anything. So it's only printed Jack. So it doesn't make me anything. It's system actually closed after this. So you try with another name, which is our name, which is Jason. So Jason actually did, and the ID number is asking for 235. So Jason is in. Jason is ID is 235, which is basically working. So that is how you actually did the if else operating and operations conditioning for the system. Okay, I did 17 minutes so far. So for loop, basically you just go with the anything. Int i, int I is equal to 1, I is less than equals, for example, 2, okay, and I plus plus. Then what? System out print line what? I. So I basically want to, so it will be what? Let me see. System out print line, print, and then you call for the next line, which is here, sort out print line. Okay, so let's see if it works like that way. So basically, JSON and whatever it is, the ID is 235. If it is 2, okay. So see, this is the 1 2. That's the 1 2 actually working. So this is the 1 2, 1 to 2. So if it is 1 to 4, 24, and if it is like that, do like that. So it didn't really work right that way. Basically, you actually made a mistake here. So you have to, you can actually, okay, because the for loop actually inside that if else. This if else start here. See, this is the end of the system. So you actually do the for loop. For example, so Control C, and here you just do Control V here. So you don't have to go with this, and you save this system. Now just go with this. Even though you put any name and it didn't work, and It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24 until 24. So it actually printed until 24 because I did 1 to 24. Okay, the system actually asking you to do 1 to 24, which I did actually. So, so for if it is go like I is equal to n, I is greater than equals 1, I minus minus, and then after that you just go for system out print line, which is I. Now I don't know what is n, right? So you just go for here integer n. Now you go for system out print line, enter n. Then you just ask for scanner sc. Oh, sorry, n is equal to sc dot next int, which is basically int n. You can skip this part and you can try here int n sc dot in. Got my point? We don't know the n actually until now still. Okay, but after this, when it shows here, do we have break in Java? If it is not, then we are in trouble. So for statements loops, the value charges I minus is never used, changed at I minus, which is at 58th line. So it's basically using at 58th line, number 58th line. So we have this value from the upper value, which is the bigger value, until 1. But it will stop here until here when the I is basically this. And we can do actually one more thing, which is if sorry, if I equals 3, else if or, you can do or I equals 5, or I equals 12, then continue. So can we, do you understand here this one? So basically whenever the I is basically n to 1, so it the bigger value to lower value. If the lower value, for example, the bigger value I'm printing 15, 15 to 1, it is basically going into inverse, reverse, not inverse, reverse. So whatever the name, it will skip. Now enter n, which is 15. So basically 15, 14, 13. See, 12 is skipping because I did not to print the 12. Then after that what? 5 is also skipping. See, after 6, there is no 5 here. 5 is skipping from the list. And after that 3, 3 is also skipped from this list. So it will do everything except 1 to 15, except 3, 5, and 12. I hope you understood. So thank you so much, guys, for today. So I'll get back to you guys definitely with the regular video or live channel as well, live streaming as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll stop recording. If you have any questions, please let me know. Subscribe my channel as well, And definitely I will go to pattern tomorrow for with the for loop, or if it is while loop also I'll do little bit, then I'll do the pattern. I hope you enjoyed the channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day.